Leviathans content before we do some Leviathan games, because I know that's what a lot of you are really interested in. I have just picked up the Frontier Cruiser Pack. It was the last one that they had there. This is our first chance to take a look at the American ships. So I thought it would be cool if I took this moment to go ahead and open this up and see what we get from it. Let you share and see what they're working on with the Americans, because I hear that the American stuff is actually going to be a little bit different. They're going to mess around with technology and such. And having said that, let's go ahead and read the back of the package here. Just a second. Once I get this plastic off. The last great power to enter the sky race, America was able to develop its own distinct technology when creating its Leviathans. The Frontier utilizes much of this technology, from the Edison coil to the infamous and highly classified TED. This cruiser pack provides everything you need to add the Frontier to your American fleet, including a fully assembled pre-painted miniature and the tokens needed for gameplay. It also comes with 2 ship cards for the Frontier class, the Virginia and the Kansas. See you in the skies, Captain. So let's see what we've got here inside the box. All right, so yeah, first off, of course, you've got your tokens here. Tesla coil -3, Tesla coil -4. Lord, I hope I don't hit that high. But on the other side is the -1 and -2. You've got the ship cardboard for the Virginia and the Kansas. You've got a couple of torpedoes, which have an interesting symbol on those. I'm not sure what that's all about. I may have to take a look here and see what we've got. Comes with an art card, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have the actual ship, so let me get that out of the plastic and show you what that looks like up close and personal. Very bright. I don't know why they want the white ships, but hey, that's what we have there. And again, this is the first ship that they have put out for the United States of America. They're still working on the faction. There was supposed to be some stuff for the Japanese faction here as well, but I did not see that on the shelf. I probably did not get to it in time because, like I said, this was the last of the Frontier pack on the shelf when I got there. So let's see. First off, we have the USG Kansas. Let's see if I can get that back to get you a good look at it, not so tilted so that you see all the stats there. I'm sorry, it is reversed image because I have the flip side on there. It's got a mist slot in the front. It's got a 6-inch 6 to 12 hex gun, which is a yellow and blue. It's got a green crew on the front. It's got another turreted 6-inch TED, which... Let's find out what that TED is. And it's got an Edison coil trim tank instead of the typical trim tank. So let's see. Notes. Advanced fire control. Add 1 of the indicated die on all slots to all breach rolls. Need all slots for use. Okay. Edison coil trim tank. Spend 3 MP to turn 1 hex side before moving. Need all slots for use. Okay, so essentially what that's saying is that rather than having to worry about a move before turn, you can just turn the ship, but it costs 3 movement points to do that, which is kind of cool. And the TED, also compare the breach roll to the breach number of any undamaged trim tanks in the section hit. Okay, so if I'm reading that correctly, that essentially means when you fire the TED, not only do you hit the slot that you roll, but you're also going to hit the trim tanks. And if the breach roll succeeds, then you actually cut through that. The advanced fire control is on either side of the ship, and it's not a crew slot. So this doesn't work like the Russian stuff. You're going to actually, you don't have to worry about turret fighters taking those out. The starting MP on the Kansas is 8 with a enter before hexes before turn is 2, so it's fairly maneuverable, and a structural integrity of 22, which is nice. The Virginia, there we go with the Virginia. Again, I apologize about the reversed image. But the Virginia also has a miss slot, also has the structural integrity 2. It's a little bit slower. It has starting speed of 7, but still the 2 hexes before turn. Got extra armor on the front. Also has advanced fire control, also has the Edison coil trim tank, so these can turn without having to move, but it costs more movement to do so. It's got high explosive torpedoes, 15 hex range for their high explosive torpedoes. The Kansas does not have torpedoes, so interesting ships. I'm curious as to how they would fly. I'm curious, really curious about how the TED gun works. That now both of these only have one TED gun. They're both in the front, but they are both turreted, so you can get the side shot with those. Overall, a really interesting pack. I'm curious to see how the rest of the American faction shapes up. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you found that informative.